May the peace, blessings, and mercy of God be upon you. Hello everyone in Junior 5. I am Mrs. Yasmin Yasser. I am going to be your math teacher for our lesson now. Our lesson now is about rounding decimals. We have two strategies to round any decimals number. The first one is called math point strategy. Let we have this straight line and we have 3 points on this line, lower point, midpoint and upper point. To round any decimals number by using this strategy, let's take a given example. Round the following decimals by using midpoint strategy. The first one, 15 and 8/10 or 15.8. Now, we need to round this number to the nearest whole number. So we're looking for the digit in the whole number, which is 5. Because 5 at the left for the decimal point. So we underline the digit 5 and all digits in the next higher place. Now, to write the lower point, we put 15 as it is. And replace the digits in the last place with 0. So we put decimal point, then we put 0. Now, to write the upper point, we add 1 to 15. It will be 16. So we write 16.0. Now, to write the midpoint, we write 15 as it is and replace this 0 with 5. We put the decimal point, then 5. Now, this number 15.8 be above the midpoint or below the midpoint? Be above. So we put x above the midpoint. Now, this x is closer to the upper point. So this number approximately equals 16. Why we write 16, not 16.0? Because when we have this number 52.34 and we have 0 at the right for the decimal part and also zeros at the left for the integral part, this 0 not has a value. Now, the second one, 3.452. We need to round this number to the nearest 10th. So we're looking for the digit in the 10th place, which is 4. Because 10th place at the right for the decimal point. So we underline the digit 4 and all digits in the next higher place. Now, to write the lower point, we put 3.4 and replace the digits in the last place with how many zeros? 2. So we put 2 zeros. Now, to write the upper point, we add 1 to the digit 4. It will be 5. So we write 3.5 and also 2 zeros. Now, to write the midpoint, we replace this 0 with 5. So we put 3.45 and 0. Now, this number be above the midpoint or below the midpoint? Be above the midpoint, because 452,000 is greater than 450,000. So we put x above the midpoint. This x is closer to the upper point. So this number approximately equals 3.5. And the value for zeros at the right for the decimal part not has a value. The third one, 1.274. We need to round this number to the nearest 100th. So we're looking for the digit in the 100th place, which is 7. Because 100th place at the right for the decimal point. Now we underline the digit 7 and all digits in the next higher place. Now to write the lower point, we put 1.27 as it is and replace the digits with the last place with how many zeros? 1. So we put 1 0. Now to write the upper point, we add 1 to the digit 7. It will be 8. So we write 1.28 and also 0. Now to write the midpoint, we replace this 0 with 5. So we put 1.27 and 5. Now this number be above the midpoint or below the midpoint? Be below the midpoint. Because 224,000 is smaller than 225,000. This number is closer to the lower point, so this number approximately equals 1.27. The second strategy is called place value strategy. We learned that in the junior form we have two kinds of number. The first one is called happy or rich number, and the second one is called sad or poor number. Happy number is given by 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And the sad or poor number is given by 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Happy number, add 1 to the digit in the next higher place. But sad or poor number, not add anything to the digit in the next higher place. To round any decimals number by using this strategy, let's take a given example. Round the following decimals by using place value strategy. The first one, we need to round 600.601 to the nearest whole number. At the first, we're looking for the digit in the whole number, which is 0. So we underline this 0 and all digits in the next higher place. Now we're looking at the digit in the next door, which is 6. 6 is happy number. So the digit 6, add 1 to the digit 0. 0. It will be 1. So we cross out 0 and write 1. And write the digits in the next higher place as it is. Finally, we drop and ignore all digits in the last place. So we drop 1 and 0 and 6. So this number approximately equals 601 to the nearest whole numbers. The second one, we need to round 83.914 to the nearest tenth. At the first, we're looking for the digit in the tenth place, which is 9. Because tenth place adds the right for the decimal point. So we underline the digit 9 and all digits in the next higher place. Now we're looking at the digit in the next door, which is 1. 1 is sad number. So we write the digit 9 and all digits in the next higher place as it is. Finally, we drop and ignore the digits in the last place. So we drop the digit 4 and the digit 1. So this number approximately equals 83.9 to the nearest tenth. The third one, we need to round 0.737 to the nearest hundredth. At the first, we're looking for the digit in the hundredth place, which is 3. So we underline the digit 3 and all digits in the next higher place. Now we're looking at the digit in the next door, which is 7. 7 is happy number. So the digit 7 add 1 to the digit 3. 3, it will be 4. So we write 4. And write the digits in the next higher place as it is. Finally, we drop the digits in the last place and ignore them. So we drop the digit 7 and ignore it. So this number approximately equals 24 hundredths to the nearest hundredth. The first one, we need to round 19.9996 to the nearest thousandth. At the first, we're looking for the digit in the thousandth place, which is 9, this 9. And we underline all digits in the next higher place. Now, we're looking at the digit in the next door, which is 6. 6 is happy number, so the digit 6. Add 1 to the digit 9. 9, it will be 10. Can you write 2 digits in one place? No. So we write 0 and carry up 1 to the digit in the next higher place. 1 plus 9 equals 10. Also, can you write 2 digits in one place? No. So we write 0 and carry up 1 to the digit in the next higher place. It will be 10. So we write 0 and carry up 1 to the digit in the next higher place. 1 plus 19 equals 20. And we write the decimal point. Now, we learned that when we have zeros at the right for the decimal part not has a value. So we drop and ignore this zeros. So this numbers approximately equals 20 to the nearest thousandth. Let's take another example. Write the greatest and the smallest decimals number less than 1, which consists of 2507. Then round it to the nearest hundredth. At the first, we must write the greatest decimal number and the smallest decimal number. To write the greatest number, we start from the left and we put the greatest digit. But the decimals number less than 1. So we keep the whole number by 0. Then we put the decimal point. What is the largest digit? The largest digit is 7. So we put 7. And the next larger digit is 5. Then 2, then 0. But we learned that when we have 0 at the right for the decimal part not has a value, so we replace them. Here we put 0 and here we put 2. Now we need to write the smallest decimal number less than 1. So we hold the whole number by 0, then we put the decimal number and we start from the smallest digit, which is 0. Then we put 2, then 5, then 7. So 257 10,000 is the smallest number consists of these digits, and 7,502 10,000 is the largest decimals number consists of these digits. Now we need to round this decimals number to the nearest hundredth. So at the first, we're looking for the digit in the hundredth place, which is 5. And all digits in the next higher place. Now we're looking at the digit in the next door, which is 0. 0 is third number. So we write 5 and 7 as it is. Then we drop the digits in the last place and ignore them. So we ignore them. So this number approximately equals 2500. The second one, we need to round this number to the nearest hundredth. We're looking for the digit in the hundredth place, which is 2. So we underline the digit 2 and all digits in the next higher place. Now we're looking at the digit in the next door, which is 5. 5 is happy number, so the digit 5. Add 1 to the digit in the next higher place. 2, it will be 3. And write the digits in the next higher place as it is. Finally, we drop and ignore the digits in the last place. So, this number approximately equals 300. That's all we have for our lesson now. If you want more example, solve the next quiz. Thank you for all.